We all want to be free in life. Free to do our own thing. Freedom to live. Freedom to walk. Freedom to do anything. But the freedom on which the Irish people and the Irish state has is limited. Because our 6 counties for 100 years have been occupied by British invaders, killing innocent civilians that didn't do any wrong, that were only protesting, and then the Iron Lady herself decided to be all God Almighty and say that she didn't do anything. And then it started the huge war. And may I say, I wish she would have died in it, but anyway, she's dead now, but anyway, the hell with her. The hunters. It's our counties. If we went up to England in the morning and said, give us Yorkshire, give us half of North West England, and we take 6 counties away from you, and would the English crown and the English people like it? Would they go against us? If we walked in the morning and said, we're taking this land, if you don't like it, we're going to kill you. If England could just put themselves in that shoes, they were a big monarchy with millions upon millions of slaves in Africa, Asia and the rest of the world, terrorizing innocent people throughout history. They're the cause of really most of the conflicts in the Middle East now. England and France, with England especially, because England wanted everything. Because they were being selfish. Ireland, what has Ireland ever done to any country? Seriously. We fought the British because we wanted independence, and that's what we're doing still to this day. I say to people say the United Ireland's never going to happen. That's total and utter bullshit. Some of these days the crown's going to break, and the whole rotten structure from millions of years are going to crash down on top of them, which means the whole economy will collapse. As simple as that. It makes sense. They've been there. The monarchy's been there for so long. Now they're just living out the last few days because they haven't got much left of an empire. And then Scotland's going to break away, and Wales are going to break away, and everybody's going to break away from the United Kingdom. And there'll be nothing left but only about 5 provinces in England. Probably London and up as far as Norwich or something, I don't know. And now you wait and you see. But I say to people, keep fighting for freedom. For freedom. Because it's our country. It's our island. Britain is not separated. They don't have Scotland. They don't have Wales. And they probably will, sooner or later they will. But they never want to have one side of the country Scotland with Scottish army, Scottish police, and the other side British army and British police. And checkpoints there. They never want that. And they want it on our island. Now what right does the British government have during the troubles to put British soldiers on the border of a neutral, peaceful country? Maybe they want wars like America with oil and all that. But Ireland has never, ever went to war with any other country in this planet apart from the United Kingdom because it was for freedom. And that was true freedom. We didn't go to war with Africa. We didn't go to war with Asia. We didn't go and invade Saudi Arabia. We didn't go and invade any country. The only country we were and didn't invade, we never even touched foot in any country to invade any country. We fought on our own ground for our independence. And people say it's never going to happen, and we're just making up bullshit that it's never going to happen. We always have freedom, and we have hope. And we must fight for our freedom. We must use our voices. The British government can't stand Irish people. The British government can't, because they think we're just ignorant, because they don't want to lose that taxpaying money. Well, in this country, may I add to the British government, there's people dying on the streets of Dublin, and that's a few bob that the taxpayer gets. Say the taxpayer in Northern Ireland pays this much to the British government. The Irish government would like it. Even if we have to break our backs to get a United Ireland, I'm telling unionists now that there's nothing to fear from a United Ireland. We're not that bad. The ones that's bad is the ones that you're with now. Because, good God, we never even colonised any place. We never even walked on any place in Africa, nearly, during the travel, whatever the age you called it, back in the 1500s or anything, the British Empire, whatever, when they went to every country, nearly every continent, and just decided to take it for their own. Anyway, we will be free at some stage, I promise you all that. And we must strive, and every day we must fight and hope to be free. We must fight with our words. We must fight on the streets with signs. And what I mean by signs is we go out and protest outside government buildings in England, or go protesting outside Stormont, or go protesting outside, but not to use violence, because the worst thing to use and not to get is violence. You fight in a government more with protests, because tourists won't come near you then, than you would with violence. Because tourists will want to come and see what's the harm, because they're all nosy nowadays, apparently. And we all know where they come from, but anyway. Anyway, thank you for watching, subscribe, and bye.